Yo, 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 yo. This is your boy James over at Expecto Go, bringing you the latest, the greatest in Wizards Unite content. And today, your boy is back. I've been sick for a couple of days, so content's been slow. But we picked a heck of a day to come back. We got some news concerning the pre-registration 90-day release window possible, all that hoopla and jazz. We got some confirmations for you guys from the horse's mouth, from Google support and from Apple support. Cannot wait to get into this. Let's go. Before we get started, we want to encourage you guys, if you are new, subscribe to the channel. Here, you'll be getting all the latest and greatest and possibly early access to Wizards Unite content. So consider subscribing while watching the video. Let's do this. A little bit of backstory. When the game footage was released back on March 11th, we had noticed that the app wasn't available for pre-registry in iOS in the App Store, but for Android, Google Play. So Cass was like, what's the deal? So I had said, basically, I think the reason is App Store has a 90-day limit on between pre-registration and release, and I just think Niantic and WB Games doesn't want to release or reveal their release window. If you want to see me elaborate more into that, I'll leave a link in the description. Also, shout out to Mark over at Zealman's Wizarding World and Go Shiny. They did a shout out to us or about us for the video that we were referencing. So go check them out. They do a deep dive as well about the pre-registration. A bunch of people have found out that Google Play also has that limit. So a lot of cats were like, well, you know what that means, you know what I'm saying? The game is going to come out like in June because the March 11th, pre-registry started the timer for the 90 days. So a lot of people were like, you know, the limit, I believe, was like around June 8th or 9th. So people are putting it within that week. So like I said, I've been sick, so I was like, I'm just gonna do my due diligence, do some research, working on an update video, all that jazz. So today, of all days, I was like, you know what? I'm going to reach out to Google support and Apple support, see if I can hear from the horse's mouth. It won't hurt. They either say they can't say anything or they'll give us information. Well, they gave us the latter. They're giving us all this information. So we're going to get into it and showcase what they said about the 90-day limit for Google and for the App Store. So starting with Google, we got to talk to Steve and Steffi in the support chat. So I was like, hey, there's a 90-day limit between pre-registry and release. Can an app or developer extend those 90 days? I just want to know, like, cool. So Steve was the first one who hit me up. Then he sent me over to Steffi. They were like, okay, elaborate more. Do you have an article that you're referring to? So I sent them an article that everybody was referring to, Wizards Unite Hub, just to talk about the guidelines and everything. They got back to us, and this is what they said. They said, James, I'd like to inform you that you have read the article for a Play developer who launched their apps. However, launch date completely depends on the developer, as it can either postpone or, I believe it's pre-open, they probably just misspelled. Pre-open depends on the developer. So Steffi was like, however, if you are a developer and would like to know about the launch, I can transfer you to the chat to the developer support team. I'm limited work scope in this. I should have said yes, but I was just too excited about the information. So I was like, no, I'm just an anxious fan. Thank you so much for helping me, all that jazz. The launch date completely depends on the developer. That kind of shifts the notion of the strict 90-day window that Google Play has. According to the support, the The developer can have a pre-registry within the 90 days, but they do not have to abide by Google Play. They can do their own launch date, and they can postpone or pre-open things, which has me thinking about the beta. Maybe this pre-registry is just basically based on the beta. I don't know, but it opens up a lot of things, but it kind of, again, takes them out of that restricted window of between now and June 9th for release, at least. So if you guys are hoping for that, more power to you. But according to Google support, they don't have to. Now, I talked to Apple as well. The conversation was a lot shorter, and I'll just read it. I have a question about the App Store pre-registration or pre-order 90-day limit applied to developers and their apps. Granted, I'm not a developer. I just want to know if developers can extend that 90-day limit. Reasonable question, right? So we get the response. This is from Apple support. This is from App Store support, iTunes support. And she says, I appreciate your patience. In that case, the process is automatic. As advisors for the iTunes Store, we help customers with questions about buying and downloading content from the iTunes Store and managing their accounts. And as an iTunes Store consumer, the answer to the customer's question is no. I do not think this is different for a developer account, but the customer can also raise the question directly with the support developer assistance. So I reached out to support developer assistance, gave them my information, all this other stuff. I'm waiting to hear back. You can't talk to them directly, apparently, for some reason, unless you already have an app. I do not. So they said it'll be 1 to 2 business days. So based off what we know with both conversations with Google and app support, Google 90-day limit does not apply to them. It doesn't. Developers can launch whenever they want. They can postpone or pre-open. It doesn't apply. So that window that we're hoping for is just hope right now. Nothing confirmed. But if you guys are on that side of it, more power to you. I hope it's sooner. I honestly hope it's sooner. I want it right now. But according to this, it could be any time, which takes us back to the interview with Kevin Sujihara a month back in February, the WB exec, when he gave us the information from the LA Times article saying a summer release, which summer release, it could mean after school in the United States. Schools get out. Colleges may, I guess, elementary to high school, sometime around June, depending on where you're at, or if you're in a private school. Technically, I think summer falls in June 21st, which I talked about in my summer release video. Possible, I'll have the link for that as well. And then if you're going off with John Hanke and Niantic.
And of course, later this year, we're going to launch our next product, Harry Potter Wizards Unite, in conjunction with our partners at Warner Brothers and with J.K. Rowling.
And a bunch of the people who got to play the game a couple of weeks ago, what their response to their questions were about release date, they say later this year. But what do you guys think? What are you guys hoping for in regards to a release date or release window? Let us know in the comment section below. We love hearing from you guys and talking about Wizards Unite. Follow us on our various forms of social media, Instagram, Twitter. We post daily. Thanks for watching, you guys. See you guys in the next video. Until next time.